Hi guys, it's Unyime here and you're welcome to today's episode. Today I'm going to show you how I approach my drawings, how I shade the way I shade, and how I make my drawings to look the way it is looking. So if you are sure you want to draw the way I do, please smash the like button and watch this video to the very end. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed already, and also share this video to your friends. I'm very sure you're gonna get value out of this video. Remain blessed while you're watching, and please practice while you're watching. Get your paper ready, get your brushes, your pencils ready so that you can roll with me. Let's do this. This is what I'll be using: the soft graphite pencil. This is HB. Yeah, this is HB. I'll be using this. It's soft, very soft. That's why I'm using it. And this is the Tombow Mono Zero Eraser. These are my brushes. Yeah, my brushes. This is eraser. Sorry about the way it's looking, but it works perfectly fine. Okay, so these are my brushes, and this is my charcoal pencil. I'll be using it for the very dark areas. And now we have our charcoal dust. This charcoal dust, you can buy it or you can get it the way I get mine, by shaving this charcoal. All right, it's not a very tedious process, but you may want to buy it at once. It has already made one in the store, so you can get one for yourself or you can shave it the way I shaved mine. All right, let's get this done. So this is the picture that we will be using for this tutorial. All right, so let's get started. The first thing that we are going to do is to make a sketch. All right, so we are going to sketch our apple. Okay, sketching our apple. Yeah, sketching our apple. Oh. Okay, now we have our apple. Pretty easy, right? Yeah, sketching shouldn't be hard. But if you're having problem learning how to sketch or sketching, you should consider doing more of practice. But I'll make a video. I'll try and make a video and show us how we can sketch freehand and with grid. All right, so I am done with the sketch. So what the next thing that I'm going to do after sketching is to indicate where I'll place my highlights. So I am placing my highlights here. This is where one of my highlights is, and I have shadow here. We have shadow here. All right, we have shadow here, and we have highlights here. We have small highlights here and here. So now that we are done, all right. So the next thing that we are about to do is to shade, and we are shading with, oh, sorry about that, and we are shading with this pencil. This is HB pencil, and this is what we are using to shade. Now as we are shading from where is dark to where we have the light. So from the core shadow, we are shading from the core shadow, which is this area and this area. We are approaching our mid-tone in this area, and you shade like this to the highlight. All right, so now let's begin. We shade. I'm using the hatching method. You can use any other method you like. You can use the cross hatching, you can use the scribbling, anything that works for you, that's fine. But I like using the hatching method. All right, so I when you mount pressure on your pencil, your shading will be darker. All right, so this area is very dark. That's why I am mounting pressure on this pencil. And remember that this pencil that I'm using is a soft graphite pencil. That's why I can mount pressure and be set. If it's a pencil that is not soft, it will leave dents on your paper, and that's the least thing you want happening to your drawings. All right, your paper will be messed up, and your drawings won't look good physically. So let's continue shading. Let's continue shading. As you can see, this you should observe one thing. That one thing that I'm doing, I'm not outlining this apple. That's the mistake I see most beginner artists make. You shouldn't outline this apple. Like, don't make a hard line as an outline. All right, just shade, respecting this sketch that you made. All right, so we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. We are almost done. Maybe you say done. Oh, you're almost done. All right. So, what have you noticed? I shaded here to be dark. Here is less dark, and here I've shaded it. I've not shaded this area. All right. So this is me leaving the highlights so that I will know that this is where I have my highlights. All right. So I am done. Excuse me. The first stage is done. This is the first stage. The first stage is done. So the next thing that I will be doing is next stage. Okay, let us define these areas. Let's define these areas. All right, I'm making it dark because that is an area of a shadow area. All right, so let's define this area a little bit more. All right. Okay, I think I'm good. All right, so now we have our apple. Sorry, I'm not putting the leaves. Okay, so this is our apple. This is like a rough shade. Okay, so the next thing that we have to do is to use this brush. All right, I'm using this brush and I am dipping it inside our charcoal dust or charcoal powder. All right, and the next thing that I'm going to do is to get another piece of paper and reduce the tone. All right, I think I'm good. So I will now start blending in. I will now start blending in our tones. Easy, easy, nice and slow. Easy, easy, nice and slow. All right. Now I'm going to change brush because this area is a large area, and brushes that have small mouth like this, I purposely use that brush so that you will know, so that I can explain this to you. This brush has a small mouth. This one has a bigger mouth and it is round. All right. So this one I can easily blend things in with this one, and it will look good. So, but one thing I want to do is, I have noticed that this pencil line are a bit strong and it will take time for me to blend them. So that's when I will now use the tissue paper. Okay, I'll fold the tissue paper like this, fold it like this, then I will blend. All right, I'll blend it. That's the first thing I should have done so that I can have even tones. Okay, so I'll use this tissue paper to blend the first shade that I added using the pencil. Okay, say glory, it is coming out. Oh my god. All right, so you're almost having an apple. That's because I've been able to create the core shadow, the mid-tone, and the highlight. But then we still want to go dark on this because this apple is a bit darker than this one. This is like saying we are drawing a green apple, so let us draw the red one, the dark red apple. Okay, so I'm now gonna use this brush to blend. Hope you are enjoying ourselves. So I've dipped the brush in the charcoal, I've reduced it, And now let's blend. Okay. Now notice how I am blending. As I'm applying this brush, I am making the bristles to flatten. Okay, no. I think that's not the correct way to say it. I am opening up these bristles so that I can blend very well. Okay, so it is blending. I know other of my videos have been time lapse, and you've been complaining a lot that I've not made a time lapse video. So that's why I am making a time lapse video in this one. I'm not making a time lapse video in this one. Sorry about that. So now our apple is coming out. It is coming out. But then our apple is still very dark. Okay. So that's when I will now dip our brush into the charcoal dust, and we are now gonna go a bit darker. All right. Now I'm gonna go a bit darker. I'm gonna go a bit darker so that we can finish on time. All right. But you have to practice this and practice and practice so that you can get used to this blending method or this shading method. All right. I know this is gonna help a lot of us to make better drawings. So now I have shaded in very dark area. Now if you notice, oh sorry, why am I kicking my tripod? Okay, now if you notice, I didn't add this talk first. I blended because this area is behind. This one is in front. So I'll shade the area that is behind first before the area that is in front. All right. I see I was making that mistake. But when you go used to, you can do anything that you like. But for now, since you're learning, you should obey these rules. Okay. Actually, no rules in drawing though, but then you should, as a beginner, you should obey these rules so that you understand. That's the word, understand. Okay, so I'm so happy doing this. Like, I'm very happy. I didn't know that I can be talking and making video. Actually, was always doing voiceovers, but I didn't know this was my calling. I'm happy. You should be happy with me. I'm happy doing this. I always like giving value to people, and happy that I'm doing this. Okay, so I've gotten this. I'm not still satisfied, so I'll still come and emphasize this area. This area is a bit dark, so I'll come back and re-emphasize this area. Okay, so I can be a good teacher. I've always hated teaching. Oh, thank God for new talents unlocked. Okay, so I'm satisfied there. I'm satisfied, really satisfied. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is this area is as dark as this area that I just shaded, somewhere here and here. So I am going to use another brush that has a large mouth. All right, so this brush, I've not dipped it yet in the charcoal dust, so let's do it now. All right, so I've dipped it in the charcoal dust and I've reduced it, and I am applying it on a paper. Oh glory, see how it's looking, see how it's coming out already. Okay, so let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Hope you are drawing with me. Let's get it done. I'm enjoying it. Hope you are enjoying it as well. So our apple is coming out. Goodness Lord. Okay. All right. Notice how I'm shading. And now people have been asking me, how do you get that texture on your drawings? Now, have you not seen the textures yet? This is because I'm opening the mouth of the brush and applying it easily. Now the brush gives this texture that you're seeing. People have been asking me, how do you do it? Now, this is how I do it. My secret is out. Oh, God. Okay, so guys, let's continue. So, I'll still continue adding it. Now, you can see me doing something like this. I'm trying to be sure that it won't leave patches on a drawing. So that's why I'm testing it first on the paper to be sure I've reduced it to the way I want it to be. So, oh goodness Lord, it's looking like someone's skin. Okay, our apple is almost here. Somebody say here. Here. Okay. I picked up the dust on this brush, but what I haven't done is I haven't reduced it. So I want to come and reduce it on this drawing. So let me teach you how to do that. First of all, you just tapping to be sure that it won't mess up your drawing. Then you now, hey, almost messing my drawing up. Oh, hey, whoa. Okay, let's be serious now. So let's go dark. 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 Okay. Oh, sorry. I forgot I have a very bad voice. So, now, have you seen how soft my apple is looking? Very soft. That's because I am not going very hard on the edges. All right, I like my drawings appearing very soft. Okay. It makes someone want to buy my drawings all the time. I'm always selling drawings, you know. People will be like, how do you make such beautiful drawings? This is how I make them. Okay? This is just how I make them. Oh, God. It's just like I'm talking to someone in the studio right now. This is what I've been missing for a very long time. Talking to the camera. Hey, God. I'm enjoying it. So I'm still adding because this area is a bit dark. So still want to go dark. Don't worry if I've made it too dark, I can show you how to reduce it. All right. I think I've made this area a little too dark, so I can show you how you can reduce it. All right. I hope I'm not too fast the way I'm doing. Oh, hitting my camera. I'm a newbie to this, so forgive me. Now this area that I'm shading is very dark. Okay, so let me go dark so that it can bring out the roundness of this apple. Okay. Oh, glory, goodness, God, boy, you are good. I am. Yeah, I know. don't shout. I know I'm good. Okay, so let's continue. We're doing it, and we are almost done. Yeah. So let me shade around the highlight area. Oh my God. Just tell me that I'm good. Okay. So I'll now use this. I want to show you how you can. Oh, sorry. That side is messed up. So let me show you how you can reduce area that has excess tone. All right. So I have reduced it before your very eyes. Okay. Oh God, this is but a very beautiful apple drawing. Okay. I am very sure that I don't want to define this edge. I am very sure. That is how I want this drawing to be. All right. I want it to look so soft in the eyes. Okay. But if you still want me to define it, no problem. Okay. I'll show you how to define it though. I'll show you how to define it. So now the next thing that we are going to do is to detail this drawing a bit. So I am going to, I am going to this apple has something that looks like 3 legs. So I'm going to put the 3 legs. All right. So let us define this edge a bit. Have you noticed that we're still using our HB? I'll use only one pencil to draw. I've seen people switching pencils, and I think it's tedious for me. It's very tedious because I work with mostly charcoal, so switching pencils is a bit tedious for me. Okay, so let us define the edge a bit, but I won't go too much. But I'm still going to use my brush to shade this area. All right. Now we have defined the apple. Sorry if apple is by any way looking like something that is not apple, but I'm just looking like apple. Okay, so we are defining these areas and adding some details. All right, so I'm using a pencil here to put these details. Oh God, I didn't know I could speak good English. Okay, so I'm adding these areas. Okay, that area is shadow. Okay, shadow. I'm now adding the shadow. I think I like how the shadow is looking already. So now the next thing that we're going to do, because this area is very dark, this place is very dark, this area too is very dark, we are going to use the almighty charcoal pencil. I like working with the general charcoal pencil because it's like a chalky medium. It's chalky and can blend easily, and it can go on top of graphite. That's why I use it. So when you are drawing, try and be blowing the dust so that it won't help you mess up your drawing by smudging. Because when you smudge it on your paper, your drawings will look messy. So try and be blowing it. Okay? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, but when you're blowing, be careful of saliva from your mouth. Okay, so that area is done, and we are gonna use a brush. I'm gonna use a brush to blend in this. Oh, okay. I'll change the brush and I use a brush that has a softer bristle, so that it will look soft and appealing. And I can still use the brush to shade or blend the shadow. The shadows. Or the shadow. Shadow. I don't know. Choose one. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I am talking about. I've blended the edge. Wanted to see a more defined edge. Now you have it. There you have it. Okay. All right. Still using the residue gotten from this shed here, from this shadow area here, to blend in. Oh, see sweet apple. Oh, apple I want to eat. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know I was talking to the public. I like singing, although I have a very bad voice. So I still want to define this area. All right, so I'll now use my graphite pencil to define this area. Okay. Yeah. Now, as I have defined that area, the next thing that I am going to do is to blend it with the brush. And I'm going easy on it. Even though I have defined this area, it's still looking very soft because I'm going easy on it. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not mounting too much pressure on these areas. Like, I'm not trying to make this area very defined. I'm still trying to make it look soft. All right. So the next thing that we are going to do is to still add more tones in this area. I think this area is still this area has dark tones. So we're gonna go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna add more dark tones. Add more dark tones. Add more. Oops, I'm not going so fast. Hope you're understanding me. Okay. So now continue blending this area so that it will blend in. All right. So I am blending in. I am blending in. I am blending in. The reason I changed brush is because I want to finish very soon. All right. I want to finish very soon and go and eat. I like food a lot. Okay. So now I am done with this shade. Okay. I think I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the. Okay. So let me flatter this shadow. Just want to flatter it. That's all. Okay. So I can still use my this tissue to flatter the shadow or the base. Let's call it base, all right? So now the next thing that I am going to do is to draw the stalk. Is it stalk? Is it stalk or stem? I don't know. Well, I think it's stalk. So I am just not gonna go too hard on this too. I'm just going to treat it as a stalk. All right. The stalk. Ah, God, hope I'm correct. Just hope I am correct. So now I'm done. The next thing that I am going to do there is to blend, and I'm blending it using a brush. All right. So I am blending. I'm blending. Let's blend together. Let's blend together. Sorry. So that is almost looking like a stalk. Now, have you noticed something? While I was drawing, I didn't disturb myself about adding highlights. I add my highlights when I'm done. When I'm done shading, and I'm very sure that that is what I want. Okay, so sorry about that. So now let us in a mercy. Okay, there's something I've noticed because I've added this talk. There was a shadow. It casted a shadow here. This talk casted a shadow there. So I know you can't see it because I'm using graphite and it is shining. So I'll now use the brush to blend in. Blend in. I think you can. It's now visible, right? It's visible. Okay, I can now change the brushes. Use a brush. I can now use a brush with a smaller bristle and a hard bristle to define it a bit, so that you can see. Yeah, it's not obvious. Not obvious. So now use the same brush to define this area. All right. Are you with me? Hope you are following. So I'm defining this area, defining it. And I'm now using a brush to add some details. Using it to add some details. Some details. Okay. Just using it to add some details. Just want to go too hard on this. I don't want to do too much. So now I want to blend that line that I just added. So I'm going to use a brush like this line that I just added, because nowhere on this apple has a hard line. You have to forgive my English. My English comes and goes. Okay, so now I think I'm all right. I'll now add some highlights. This top, I think it has some highlights here. So just go easy on it. I'm adding some. I think that should be okay. Then I'll now add this one. This is the like this is the queen of them all. If you add this place, it will now look so much like an apple. And if you notice, I am adding these highlights according to the contour. All right, according to the contour, or according to, I don't know how to put it, but I think I'm correct. You should understand what I mean. Like this apple is round, so I'm adding this highlight to respect the roundness of this apple. Oh. Father Lord, may I not say apple? Okay, so now our apple is coming to life. Okay, sorry, I didn't introduce the material that I'm using in adding. Okay, I introduced it at the beginning of this video. So the material that I'm using to add this highlight is the Mono Zero eraser. Okay, so someone will say, why are you using your finger? I'm using my finger to reduce the excess tone there. Yeah. So now I think I am done here. I'm done here for now. Let me just add some details to this apple. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to use this Tombow Mono eraser to add the king of the highlights. This one was the queen. This is the king of the highlights. So I am adding it. Oh, glory. Hey, God. Okay, sorry. I don't know how to not shout. So I'm adding it, and done. I think I like it the way it is. So, but one thing we have noticed, and I have noticed, is that this area that I added is losing its value. So I am going back to revisit this area. And I think I placed my hands on it. That's why it's advisable that whenever you want to draw, make sure that you keep a paper like this and you place your hands, okay? But since I am a very stubborn person, I know the year word. That means I'm very stubborn. I know the year word means stubborn. So in case someone says that you know the year word, just know that a person is telling you that you're very stubborn. Okay, so yeah, that's Nigerian. Okay, you know I'm a Nigerian, right? Okay, so because I'm a Nigerian, you have to forgive my English. Okay, so we are done. Fair, and we'll revisit it. Revisit it. Sorry. God. Now we are almost done. Okay. Revisit these areas, and you can add. If you just want to add some texture, you can add using the charcoal pencil. You can add some textures if you want to. That depends on you. But I don't really want to go. I don't want to do too much. So now I am okay with the way this apple is looking. I've been seeing apple have some, and it is having it here, some dots. Okay, and I'm sure you cannot really see, but I can just use this to add those. Just punch those dots in. Just punch. I'm a very lazy person. That's why I'm doing it this way. Instead, I would have done it like this. All right, so that I'll be sure that I am leaving. Okay, let's do like this. let me not be lazy. Let me add them this way. Add them this way so that. Oh, please, I forgot to say, if you are getting value out of this video, please don't forget to like it. All right, subscribe, and please share it to people who want to draw the way I do. Okay, so but what we have noticed here is that this apple is too bright. Okay, so I'll now use my brush. This brush has no charcoal residue on it, but I'll still go ahead to reduce it. Then I'll now use it to do something like this to kill the highlights. I'm using it to kill the highlights. All right, I'll kill the highlights so that they won't be too bright. Okay, killing the highlights. Killing the highlights, killing the highlights, Now I am okay. Okay, let me go and some highlights here and here. Okay, I'm okay the way it is looking, so I'm wrapping up. So the next thing or the last thing here that I'm gonna do is to use this sweet, say sweet. It's a very sweet oh god, it's a very sweet eraser. So I'm using this sweet eraser to now. If I use this eraser to clean this around this edge, it's gonna make our drawing look very sharp, and I don't want it looking very sharp. So I'll just clean this area. Don't want the drawing looking very sharp, so I'll just clean the area like that. And I've chopped off. Oh, okay, I've chopped off my apple a bit, so let me go back and revisit it. So now, oh god, it is done. Say apple. Apple. Don't mind me. Say apple. Okay, our apple is ready. I still go ahead and clean this area. Okay. Who's the best artist in the world? Just say it. Mention my name. Who is the best artist in the world? Etuk. Etuk. Okay, so guys, we are done. And we are done. See you in the next video, guys. Okay, let me show you the finished. Let me show you the one that I've snapped. The finished piece. God. Now you can see the finished piece. Doesn't it look awesome? Please smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe so that you can see more of things like this. Thank you. God bless you. I love you all. Bye.